What did I do?
What did I do? Whenever men have standards, it's shamed. Whenever women have standards, it's empowering. That's one way to break up with your girlfriend, I guess. Oh, that's brutal. Can you imagine? Say you're like on a vacation with her, so you go to Hawaii or whatever. Like, babe, it's not working out. You cancel her flights, immediately just dip. And we're breaking up, babe. Sorry.
There's a lot of men who know they can get girls easily because they're, they're 6'2", they earn six figures, they're attractive, they have a bit of charisma.
Yeah.
And because of those things, a woman might be hypnotized by that.
Very true.
So she'll suddenly lower her standards.
Lower her standards for the behavior and treatment she receives. Right.
Exactly.
So true.
Exactly.
Yeah.
There's a lot of interesting things being said in this video, actually. Just notice how she said she will lower her standards. But this dude already had to meet all of these insane standards to begin with. He has to be 6'2", make 100K a year, and be charismatic. But then she'll lower her standards when it comes to how she's treated. It really tells you exactly what she's looking for. She didn't say anything about wanting to be treated nicely, by the nice guy that gets her flowers. Just needs a nice personality. Women love men for what they are, not who they are.
No one talks about this, but you want to know what happens when you know your worth? When you have some standards, most people just become uninteresting to you. Every little inconvenience, anything you don't like, as soon as you see it, gone. They're gone. So you end up with a dry phone and you sleep alone.
Damn, that's true, bro.
So have you ever had that? He was your dinner guy. You had no interest in him, but he'd take you out to dinner.
Yeah, he's actually on here right now.
He's in the chat.
Yeah,
Wait.
Harvey took me out to dinner a few times,
Oh,
and no interest. Me and him are like best friends now.
Oh,
he's
okay.
like one of my closest friends, yeah.
So he's in the friend zone.
Oh, he's been in the friend
Rip.
zone.
Candles in the chat for Harvey.
Bro, what? I gotta stand up for this one. Harvey's down bad, bro. What are you doing, G? Paying for this chick's meals, watching her on someone else's podcast. She's calling you a friend. Oh, Harvey, bro. Get your life together. I think we've all been a Harvey at one point in our life, but you live and you learn.
My wife, I don't want her working. Babe, do you really want to work? What do you want out of life? She says, I just want to be a housewife. And well, in so many words. And I'm like, good, because that's what I like.
Someone has to raise the kids.
Exactly. Someone has to be home to freaking handle business, dude.
That's a whole different responsibility.
It's a huge responsibility, and it's a lot of work. And I think most people underestimate and underappreciate their housewife. And it sounds like, oh, she's just a housewife. Just a housewife? Like, dude, a housewife, 9 times out of 10, is the one running.
Oh, yeah.
They're just smart enough to keep it quiet and let the man out there making all the dough think he's...
In the same way that men in the West are not championed for their masculinity, women are not championed for their femininity. The role of the housewife has been underappreciated for the most part, when it is an absolute pivotal role in the family. It's like the ultimate support role, supporting everyone in the family any way that she can, taking responsibility for everyone's health in all aspects. It's very important, but no, you should be a boss babe instead. I let the Hibachi Chef squirt sake in my mouth, and now my boyfriend's making me walk home. My man, as you should.
They figure that, Western women's minds are polluted with toxic, so they're better off getting a gal from Latin America, from Asia, from Eastern Europe or something like that. And they fail to recognize that if you bring a woman from one of those countries to the West will pollute their mind over time, eventually, right? Because everything in media, marketing, advertising, government, it's all about women are oppressed, men are oppressors. You go right down the list of all the stuff. There's rainbow flags and square flags and all these flags everywhere. There's pride months for this and that and the other thing. They're going to start to hear all of these narratives, and you're going to have really good frame to maintain that long-term relationship.
This is totally true. People in general will become a product of their environment. I'm sure all of you guys have heard that you are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. So naturally, if we expand that out even more, you will be a product of your environment. And I think with women, it's more so because they operate on that collective hive mind. So if you find a good woman in a healthy hive mind, and you pluck her out of that and bring her into a disruptive, toxic hive mind, that's where she's gonna be.
Can you read this quote for me?
I believe women are the most precious things on the planet. They create life. They should be protected. Women should be provided for.
Women should not pay for any of the bills or have to worry about money.
You agree?
Yes,
Do you know who Andrew Tate is?
I do.
Do you like him?
No.
I thought so, but he said that.
Really?
Yeah. So you agree with him?
No.
So you don't agree anymore?
No.
So you agreed at first, and when you heard his name, you don't agree anymore?
Yeah.
She became anti-woman so fast. Feminism is really going full circle, isn't it? In today's day and age, there is essentially no gray area anymore. You are either a good person or you're a bad person. You either fully agree with someone or you fully disagree with someone. So I'm sure she didn't like a few things that Tate said, but then she liked a few things that he said. But she doesn't like him personally, so now he's just written off as a terrible person. Bruh. That's what we call TikTok brain.
I'm sorry to be this person, but if my boy best friend ever gets a girlfriend, it's... get me away from the weapons. I swear, like, I will learn how to fight. I am not messing around, like, I'm serious.
She doesn't want her male best friend to get a girlfriend. It's because she knows if this guy friend gets a girlfriend, he's gonna start giving her all of the attention instead of her. It's like her own personal simp economy.
Why is dating so hard?
It's hard because we have access to the internet, and internet lets us be we can see anyone we want, whenever we want, and talk to everyone whenever we want.
So from a woman's perspective, what makes a woman a
Nothing. Women are never it's guys.
She does say something correct about the internet, but then she takes zero accountability. Dating for women is like the paralysis of choice. You know, when you basically just have so many options, you can't decide on that one thing. It's like walking into an ice cream shop and sampling every single bit of ice cream. But if you're sampling all of this ice cream, you have to take accountability for yourself. You're making yourself fat, and you're turning yourself into a 304.
No one has seen more men break down in tears while their kids get taken away, the equity in their home gets stolen, their retirement, their pension gets stolen by these judges. They have so much to lose. Women don't have these things to lose.
Yeah, we do. How can you say that a woman doesn't have equity in the house to
I can say that because I've been practicing for 20 years.
But I know, but women also can make money. Like, there could be marriages where the woman makes more money.
Listen, there are the LeBron James of women.
Mm-hmm.
All right, but I'm not talking about these special cases. I'm talking about in general. If you want to sit here and tell me that women in general lose their kids, you're crazy.
No, but
of course they don't.
It's well, some women do if they're like alcohol abuse.
No, not in general.
I think what you're saying, there's exceptions and there are rules.
Exactly. This is exactly why men don't want to get married. She's trying to use the exception to the rule to prove a point, which never makes sense to me. The exception has nothing to do with the majority. In the majority of marriages, women select for men that are above them in everything. So when they get married, almost always, by default, the man will be making more money than she does. So it's almost always going to be the man that has more to lose in divorce.
I do not need a man. I can finance myself. I can myself.